Assume it's Friday 3:30 p.m. Indian markets shut down, and for the next 60 hours you can do nothing. But while the Indian market sleeps, the US market still runs. Trump is still tweeting and a war might take a turn. But then on Monday 9:15 a.m. you check your screen and the Nifty does not open where it closed. It gaps. It either gaps up or it gaps down. And there is a name for this. It's called weekend effect. It is one of the oldest market anomalies we know of, and today we are going to find out if this anomaly exists for Nifty and if you can use this weekend effect to make money. Hi guys, welcome back to AlgoTest YouTube channel. My name is Ramneet and today we are going to learn about weekend effect. So what is this weekend effect? Very simple. In our markets are closed at 3:30 p.m. on a Friday and then again opens at 9:15 a.m. on Monday, almost 60 hours. But the news does not take a holiday. In these 60 hours, US market moves, global news come, and anything can happen. Someone can tweet and a war can erupt. And whatever happens during the weekend, Nifty reacts to all of it in one shot on Monday morning at the opening of the market. That's why Monday gaps are bigger than normal days. This is not some new theory I came up with. Researchers found this in American markets back in 1980s, and it's one of the oldest known patterns in the markets. But now the question is, does this work in India or does this work with Nifty? Let's don't trust anyone's word, not even mine. Let's test with some data. I took last 7 years of data from July 2019 to June 2026, from Friday closing to Monday market open. And if Friday was a market holiday, we skipped that week and we received 308 clean weekends. Now the most important number, how much the market moved on the normal days as compared to the weekends. So from Monday to Tuesday or Tuesday to Wednesday or Wednesday to Thursday and so on, the market generally moved from 0.9% to 1%. But during the weekend, from Friday closing to Monday opening, the market moved 1.43%. And the gap was 30 to 50% higher than any other normal day. The biggest weekend fall in these last 7 years was during the COVID times. In March 2020, the markets fall by 12.98% on a certain weekend. And on the contradictory, the biggest gap up was 4.74%. So the weekend effect is real, right? And the markets tend to move more on the weekends than to any other day. But here's the problem. The market moves in both the directions. Sometimes it moves in the upward direction, sometimes it moves in the downward direction. So how do you trade something that can go either way? Simple. If the market can go either way, we buy both these sides. So the trade we are going to take is a long straddle. And let me explain you what does long straddle means. It means buying the ATM call and the ATM put of the same expiry and the same strike. If the market goes up, the call buy will give me profits. And if the market goes down, the put buy will give me profits. You don't care about the direction. You just need one thing, and that is big moves. And that's what exactly the weekend give us, big moves. So let me explain you the trading strategy that we are going to build here. So every Friday at 9:35 a.m. in the morning, we are going to create this long straddle where I'm going to buy the weekly ATM call and the ATM put, and we will place a 30% stop loss on each individual leg. We will hold this trade over the weekend, and on Monday at 3:15 p.m. we will square off everything. No indicators, no analysis, no brain, just a simple long straddle. So I backtested this strategy over the last 7 years, as you can see. And here are the results. If I only trade this strategy on a Friday, it is making almost 3,29,000 overall profit, right? And it does look profitable, so the weekend effect does exist, but do not get excited too early if I add 1% slippages, right? So let's understand what slippages means. Slippages is essentially at what price you wanted to buy something, at what price you actually got traded, right? So I'm assuming that in between this, there is a 1% slippages. I can also add my taxes charges, my brokerages here, but still it won't make much of a difference to this backtest results. Now, if I look here, with 1% slippages, the strategy made around 2 lakh in profit and the win percentage is 40%, but the drawdowns are very higher. The drawdowns are almost 85,000. And one more thing that exists here is before adding slippages, the total profit was 3,29,000 and now it is reduced to 2 lakh rupees. So that is 39% drop. And this comes from an underlying effect. Even if the market moves in one direction and moves big, the other trade will always be in losses. And since we are trading on every Friday and we are placing 2 entry orders and 2 exit orders, 1% slippages are taking most of my returns. So is there a way to optimize this strategy? Is there a way I can trade less and I can trade on only few Fridays? Let's find it out. But now a genuine question arises. How do you pick which Friday to trade and which Fridays to not? We are going to use two things, trend and momentum. So we are going to build a strategy where I will be using one trend finding indicator, which will be my EMA, and a momentum finding indicator, which will be my RSI. So the condition that I am going to build is that whenever the candle crosses above the EMA 20 and RSI 7 is greater than 55, and exit when candle closes below EMA 20 on 1 hour time frame. And this is this nifty strategy that I am going to build. As you can see on my screen, the strategy has already been built. The entry conditions are here, the exit conditions are here. I can also look at the chart preview to find whenever I got the entry and exits. Now for the backtest purpose, if I want to attach a trade to it, I am trading essentially the same strategy, but this time I am just buying a call. So this is a strategy where I am finding my bullish signals and I am buying a call with the same 30% stop losses on Nifty. And here's the backtest result for this specific strategy if I would have traded this on Friday. So there are essentially two exit criteria here. The first one being that if 30% SL get hit on my call buy, I will exit the trade. Otherwise, the EMA cross below happens. So this is my strategy, a call buy strategy, and this is without slippages. I can also add my slippages here of 1%, but still the results look very promising. The biggest drawdown is now 40,000 and this is in COVID. The same strategy I built also for my bearish signal, where the entry logic was whenever the candle closes below the EMA 20 and RSI is less than 45, and the exit condition that candle crosses above EMA 20, and again this is on 1 hour time frame. This is on Nifty. I can show you the chart preview, and the chart preview looks like this. I have received multiple entry and exit signals. On the backtest side, it's again a same strategy. Now the difference is that I am buying a put with the 30% stop loss, and the results look something like this without slippages. And if I add 1% slippages, the results look like something like this with the maximum drawdown of around 30,000. Now if I combine both of these strategies, this call buying strategy and this put buy strategy, where I'm taking multiple entry and exits on different conditions, you can see on the chart. Now my overall PNL is 3.87 lakh versus the 2 lakh which we build on simply buying the long straddle. The maximum drawdown is 62k as compared to the 82k maximum drawdown we received on the long buy. And if I add 1% slippages in both of them, my slippages bleed on a long straddle where I was buying and just holding it till the next day 315 was 39%, while here I received only -9% after adding 1% slippages. So this is definitely a better strategy, I would say, over just a boring long straddle buy which I do over the weekend. Also my drawdowns are much more better in this case. since I am not trading just for the sake of trading, right? And here's the full metrics. As you can see, gross and net of 1%. Earlier we were receiving 3.28 lakh of profit in the long straddle, while on the indicator we received 4,24,000 of profit after adding the slippages. The PNL dropped to 2 lakh in long straddle, but while on my indicators it remained at 3,90,000. Also my maximum drawdown is much better. My average win is also better, but one thing has significantly affected my indicator based strategy, that is the win percentage. On a long straddle I was winning 40% of the time, while on indicators I'm only winning 25% of the time. But that said, my average wins are much bigger and my average losses are much smaller as compared to the long straddle strategy. So let's close this. We proved 3 things today with data. First one, that the weekend effect is real. Markets actually move 30 to 50% more on weekends than normal days. Second, it is also tradable. Even blindly buying a straddle on Friday close and squaring it off on Monday gave me 2 lakh of profit in the last 7 years with adding 1% slippages as well. Third, with the simple filters like trend and momentum indicators, I was able to get double the amount of profit as I was getting from a simple long straddle. Less trades, but I received more profit. And the biggest lesson is not even about the weekend effect. It is actually trading less and trading more precisely, because every trade comes with a cost. Less trades made us more money in this particular setup. So don't trust the market theories blindly, not even this video. Take the data, test it yourself, and then decide. Thanks guys for watching this video, and we will see you in another video with data.